So this is another book. If you get the chance, download this, read this, because I've just been on this for 2 hours and I've already made up my mind. I gotta purchase this book because in a way, without them coming out and just giving you away the keywords, they're describing Aborigines, and I feel like you just have to pay attention in the way they're describing them. Check this out. I want to get this. This is for the ladies. Let me see. So this page up here starts up here. This is for the Aborigine women in Louisiana. Okay, but what I got was, and I'm trying to show you where I'm talking about was the dead giveaway. Let me see. I want to get the right. I mean, all that's good up there. That's. But there was this one where it talks about the. Okay. So it starts up here, but I'm gonna pick it up down here. That the two arms. This is talking about what the women wore during the winter time. Okay. So when I read this, is says here, but when the cold set in, they wore a second, the middle of this passed under the right arm, and the two ends are fastened over the left shoulder, so that the two arms are at liberty, and one of the breast is covered. They wore nothing on their heads. Okay. Their hair is suffered to grow to its full length. Think about that. Hold on. Think about that, right? No. Our women, they know this, right? They know where I'm going with this. Show me what Native American woman has a problem with their hair growing, even when they wear nothing on it. Right? Think about it. And check this out. In the forepart, and it is tied to a curl, like a pool stick. I looked this up to try to figure out. Let me see. I'll show you what I did. I looked this up because I was like, all right, what the heck is that, right? Because I mean, I'm not a Mr. Know-it-all. I don't know it. So what I did was I took that and I put hair. Now watch this. See that? That's the only one that I see that's different. Hair that's suffered to grow, right? In the wintertime, they'll tie their hair up. Let's look at the rest of the examples they give you. They said what, their hair doesn't grow to the full extreme. What was it? Full length? What did they say? The full length, right? Now this is I know I'm getting in my foot some hot water, but I'm saying just try to see what I'm seeing. Like, yo, like their hair will just grow until it drags the ground. Our women's hair stays at a modest arrangement. Look at that. So you see what I'm saying? Without them coming out and telling you this is a book about the Aborigines, it's got hidden stuff in here all over about the Aborigine. You just gotta look for it and just think. So I think this is a really good book. And yo, if anybody that's a good reader, this would be something great if you took the time, read this book, filmed yourself reading it, put it up, posted it, right? And let everyone know that this book is up, so then we can point this out to newcomers that were like, all right, well, prove that you guys are Indians. And when you do read it, point out this stuff. I mean, yo, like this is loaded. It talks time and time again. It talks about the men and women wearing earrings made of seashells. Now, this is supposed to be in Louisiana. We just read this. This is right at the top there. The dress of the Louisiana Indians. This isn't Mexico. This isn't South America. It's right here in North America. And they picked this up in South Carolina as well. Yo, they talk about feathers, man. There was this one section. I want to find it. See if I can find it. There's this one section. They talk about, man, if an eagle died, if a falcon died, you name it. If they died, they took the feathers and the men would just put them all throughout their hair. They said they would put the feathers were. No, that's not it. Chiefs and kings, those two don't go together, right? You either have a king or you have a chief, right? Because a chief, right, doesn't he rule over a tribe? A king rules over a kingdom. Let me see here. I read all the way to page 86, and then I got a little sick because page 86 they get into talking about the Germans and how the Germans looked at our people as good pets, and we'll look at it before this video ends. The Indian men having a march coats of hair, fawns, feathers, and other cloths, as the women have their hair is rolled up on each ear, as the women only made shorter, and oftentimes they roll on their crown, which I don't see any Native Americans running around with crowns, but yo, these dudes seen it in Louisiana. They had or trophies, temples. I'm sorry, read that wrong. Which is just as the fashion as being. I don't know if this is the part I was reading here. They used the mulberry tree a lot from when I was reading. It talks a little bit about what they dressed in. When these creatures are thus painted, they make the most fearful figures that can be intended by man, and seen more like the devil than human creatures. You may be sure that they are about some mischief when you see them thus painted, for in all the hostility which ever has been acted against the English at any time in several of the plantations of America. That was the first time I read that. That was interesting. But I also had something run through my mind, right? The plantations of America. Why were the Indians attacking plantations or planning mischiefs? Just being, towards them. And then doesn't that quote remind you of John Smith when he said he killed an Indian chief, and he said the rest came after him, and they were as black as coal and as mean as the devil. And then you have the hostility toward the English. They were attacking their plantations. They're acting it towards. Could it be because they were enslaving Indians with the police? When you look up the police in their history, how they were Indian Negro catchers, right? They harassed Negroes and Native Americans, or they should say Negroes and American Aborigines. They attacked them, right? Put them on their plantations where they were going against them to get their people back. The savages always appeared in the disguise whereby they might never after being discovered or known by any of the Christians that should happen. I think about that too. This is what was going through my mind the first time I read that, along with the stuff I just pointed out. Isn't that what the Klan does? Where's the mask and the white capes and all that stuff? with the, you know what I'm saying? So you would never know who did this to them. They might have learned that from us, and it backfired, right? To see them after they had made these, yeah, that's not what I'm looking for. This is 86. This is more, I don't think I'll be able to find it. That's weird. And this is the page I was telling you about, the one where I basically stopped. I've already seen it already. I just don't know what I typed in that it gave me, the one where it says, you know, it literally wrote out in the Spanish the what was it, ab, and then wrote original without, you know, just wrote original, you know, Indian. So I don't know